First of all, thank you for coming to the press conference for Vancouver Victory FC. This is our first official function as a semi-pro soccer team here in Southwest Washington. I'm Barrett Goddard. I'm the owner and president of the club and acting general manager. I have a couple of announcements to make first and a couple of people to thank before we get started on our press conference. First of all, to Matt Braddock and the rest of the Northern Alliance guys, thank you for coming out and hosting our group and hosting this press conference. Also, just wanted to be noted that they're our first hardcore fans. They will be first in line for season tickets, and we'll be working out the logistics of that. And we have a couple of other announcements we'll get to in a minute. Also, Paul Danzer from the Colombian. We invited one media, and that is him. And that was by design. I've known Paul for years, so has Biniam. We're very excited that Paul has taken a vested interest in the club and has accepted our invitation to come out and cover our press conference. Whether we get in the paper remains to be seen. But thank you, Paul, for coming out. Thank you. And just so you know, the Colombian will be an integral part of the success of the team, and so we're trying really hard to work with our media outlets to make sure that we have an excellent working relationship with them. Also, David Falk at GoWall.net, he's been instrumental in helping put press releases together for the team and working on our website, logo design, and some other things behind the scenes. Peter Ostrowski and Evergreen Premier League Washington, EPLWA, our league. The board of directors for accepting my bids and accepting us as an entity to be in the league for the first inaugural season of play. There's 8 teams in the league, and the state is well represented, and Southwest Washington will be represented in the league, and so that's exciting for us. My good friend Dave Malin, who I coached with for years, has given me behind the scenes encouragement to go forward, give me his opinions on things, and I value his soccer mind and his business mind. Another friend of mine is not here tonight, Nathan Cano. He owns Cano Real Estate. He may be the smartest businessman I know, and he's helped me extensively. My friend Corey Ellis, who I grew up with, he's been my assistant coach forever. He'll be doing some scouting for the team and on the road and doing some statistics for Biniam and his staff. My son Nathan, who will be working in the front office, spearheading the marketing function of the team. My other son Cameron, who will also be working in the front office with game day operations, marketing, and both these boys have a love for soccer. We probably watch 25 or 30 games a week on TV. They are 2 of the smartest soccer minds I know, and that's saying something. And then my wife Sylvia, who's not here by design. Without her, absolutely none of this would be possible. That was her design, by the way. So, and then lastly, I wanted to thank Clark County soccer community. I've been here for 20 years, coaching soccer, playing soccer, and I've enjoyed a ton of success, but none of it would be even possible without any of the really, I don't even know how to say this. I'm just really proud to be part of this community, and people around the state in the Northwest for years didn't know how strong soccer was in Clark County. We've changed that and turned the corner. Just between Biniam and I, we have 7 or 8 state championships at all different levels here, coaching, and we do have a name now around the Northwest for Clark County soccer for Vancouver. And we're going to continue to develop that. And our goal, and the reason that I'm here today, and the reason I'm investing in this team and putting money into the community is to thank you and thank the soccer community in Clark County for coming out and being so supportive to myself and my family. And now we're going to give back to the community and create a desperately needed niche market team that we're going to run it right, and we're going to be successful on and off the field, and we're going to make Vancouver and Clark County proud with what we do. Before I announce the coaching hires here, I do have a couple of announcements as far as things that are going to be happening, timeline with the team. The first one is New Year's Eve. We are having a launch party at the La Quinta Inn in Salmon Creek. Everyone in the room here will be invited with your guests. We'll provide food and drinks and entertainment, and we're going to launch business operations at midnight 2014 and get going on this thing. And so invitations will be coming out to you on that for you and your guests to come out. The next thing is the first annual general meeting for the league will be January 9th in Wenatchee. So we're going to go ahead and get up to Wenatchee and work on a schedule. And right now the format is 7 home games, 7 away games, a home and away round robin with the league. And then we're hoping to do at least 1 road preseason game and 3 other home games, so we can have a 10-game schedule for our season ticket holders and our fans and our players. Biniam and I have gotten together quite a lot in the last 3 or 4 weeks. Tentatively, we were scheduling the last weekend in March to have invitational open tryouts, and then the following weekend we'll pare that down, and Biniam and his staff will have invitation-only tryouts for that second week, and then hopefully by mid-April we'll have a squad and we'll be forming stuff and get things rolling for league play that starts in May and should run through July. That's all I have right now for announcements. So without any further ado, I'm very proud to announce that I had one man on my list to coach this team, and he is sitting right next to me. Biniam coached my son Cameron back in 2004, I think it was, 2004, 2005. The year before, Cameron and I played against Biniam and his assistant coach Sean Janson in the state semifinal that ended 4-3. And Biniam went on the next week and won state. The following season, Cameron moved over to play for Biniam, and I knew then what an excellent, excellent coach Biniam was. His assistant coach, Sean Janson, longtime assistant, I coached him at Evergreen High School, and Sean Janson and I got to the state semifinal before he suffered a skull fracture and had to be forcibly removed from the game against his own will. And he doesn't remember any of this. And then in 2004, when I coached at Ridgefield High School and we coached my son Nathan, Sean Janson and I took that team to the state finals and lost at Camas High School in front of about 6,000 fans there. So when I first formed this team, my initial thought was, first of all, we'll name it the Vancouver Venom. And then I met with the Northern Alliance guys and met with some other advisors, and we have changed the name for the good of the team and the good of the community to the Vancouver Victory. And the name symbolizes the Victory ships that were built right down here at Lewis Point, and it just seems to fit. It's a better name, it's a better image, and we're going to be stronger for it. In the same theme, when I first originally thought I'd put the team together, I thought I would coach them, and I would put my staff together and we'd run the team and coach it. As I got to thinking about it, and Benny let me know that he would have an interest in coaching the team, there's no one else I trust more than me than this guy right next to me to run this team. This team will win. This team will be successful. I don't have a doubt in the world about that. And anyone who knows Biniam and knows that his 7 years at Clark, he's finished first, second, or third. He's never missed the playoffs. I can't even, we can go on and on. Benny and I, we have crossed paths since he was a youth player in Spokane. So we know a lot of the same people around the Northwest. I'm very comfortable with him. I'm going to be able to give him the whistle. I'm going to be able to step aside and focus on business operations and marketing this team and making sure it's financially viable. And Benny's going to take over the player side, the recruiting, the training, and the competition. And he's put together an incredible staff, and I'm very excited. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Biniam Afenegus as the first inaugural head coach of the Vancouver Victory. And Nathan, can you bring this up, please? So our logo is not done. So there's nothing on these. So Biniam And I got you the medium, Biniam.
Thank you.
I got, as you said, your fat brother, the large. Actually, if you need the medium, I'll get you one of those. So, Biniam is notorious and infamously known for his hoodie, sweatshirts, and his baseball caps. I never saw a soccer guy love baseball caps more. So the first line of items to be purchased for Biniam will be this sweatshirt, hoodie, and then a baseball cap that says Vancouver Victory on it. So we're going to open the floor up to Biniam to make a statement, and then we'll have...
Real quick, we'd like to
go ahead.
Northern Alliance would show support for the team. I'd like to give you all a Northern Alliance scarf.
So we'll open the floor to Biniam. He will have a few things to say, and then we'll open up for a handful of questions, and then we'll wrap this up.
Well, first of all, I want to start by thanking Barrett for giving me this great opportunity to lead this team. Most of you guys know me. I'm a man of few words. I don't know if I could ever follow his ability to communicate and talk as much as he does. But I'm excited. Thank you for the opportunity. When this opportunity came up, you know, the reason I took it on, I'm very busy with the different things I do with my family, wife and 3 kids, but I thought, this is going to be a great opportunity for me to really bring, hopefully, high-level amateur soccer to Vancouver. Vancouver enjoys and has great history of having great, you know, good soccer, and we want to continue to build that. I know at the youth level, the club, high school, and obviously with Clark, there's that, but now beyond that, amateur for players who, you know, 20 to 28 years old, high quality players, and put out, you know, good quality team. And I'm excited to do that, take on the challenge of building this program from ground zero. And I have Coach Filomon. He's coached with me, you know, at club, and then at Clark, been successful at River as one of my assistant coaches. Excited to bring on, and then Coach Sean, who I played with him in college. I've known him for 16 years. He's been my right-hand man as far as assistant coach, high school, club, and then he's been my assistant at Clark for the last 7 years. So with that coaching staff, I'm excited to move forward, build this team. I have no doubt right off the bat we'll put a good quality squad out there for you guys so you can come and enjoy the game as much as you do the Portland Timbers, hopefully. And yeah, that's our goal. Billy, you want to add anything?
No, same thing. I mean, you know, I feel Biniam communicated to me about this opportunity not too long ago, and I got really excited about it. You know, I've been in Vancouver for about 8 years now, and I have seen that soccer community coaching at the grassroots level, and at the high school level, and at the college level. And Vancouver has a great pool of players, but also a great pool of people who are enthusiastic about soccer. I mean, look at the Northern Alliance. So I was extremely excited to be able to be part of this new venture. And Biniam, I mean, the team's in great hands with him, just like Barrett was saying. I mean, no other person who I think is better for starting a program than him as a coach.
So we'll open the floor up for a handful of questions. If you're going to ask a question, just raise a hand. I'll point to you, and then please speak up clearly and loudly for the camera. Yes, sir.
What's your first game?
Okay, so we're scheduled to play in May, June, and July. We have that annual general meeting in January, the first weekend of January. We'll know a lot more about scheduling after that. Biniam and I are talking of what we think would be the best schedule to have home games. We obviously don't want to compete with World Cup. We don't want to compete with Timber home games. So we have to make sure that we're scheduled accordingly. We also We have really excellent youth tournaments in the area, and they dominate weekends. They dominate reffing, they dominate families. So we gotta just make sure that when we have our home games, we're set apart from everything else that's not soccer related, so we can focus on it. And so that's May, June, and July, and I don't know the specifics yet. So. Yes, sir.
That's the website address. Do you have that?
We do not have a website yet.
Okay.
Website, updated Facebook page, everything that we're going to start, we're starting to put together now. We just started finalizing one of our 2 logos. We're going to have our team logo, and then we're having a logo contest, a press contest that the Northern Lions guys are going to sponsor, and we're going to open that up to everyone. And then the winner will probably do season tickets. So we don't have that yet, but we will. So, and through the website, you'll be able to order tickets, online merchandising. If you're interested in sponsoring or other things, there'll be avenues to help support this. Yes.
What's your estimated cost of season tickets?
But we haven't. I think for season ticket holders, we're going to try and keep it at $5 a ticket. So $50 will be a season pass, and game day tickets will probably be $6. We're also looking at doing a handful of things. If you do groups, we'll do a discounted rate, but nothing will be lower than $5 a seat. But then, at the same token, nothing will be more than $6. And the reason for that is this isn't about making money. This is only about making the team financially viable. Biniam went to college, and so did I, and neither one of us, we both have excellent jobs. We don't need to make a ton of money off of this. We just need to cover our expenses, to cover our time. This is really about really truly saying thank you to the soccer community. And like Filomon was saying, this soccer community is an outstanding, supportive soccer community. I really think that the rest of the state is going to be surprised at how well we do in the stands. So.
And a little bit of, as far as the makeup of the team, I'm looking forward to build it from the ground up. And one of the areas we're going to look to do is obviously try to get as much local players involved as we can, so we get that foundation, as long as you're good enough to make the team, But it's going to be players who, I think I already said, from current college players, guys, and that could be a variety of level. It could be junior college. I know I've already gotten tons of interest from D1 players who aren't going to make the Portland Timbers 23, that one's going to come and play. There's going to be also guys who just graduated from college a year, 2 years ago, who still have the passion and love to play. And then we're going to also at the same time reach out to some of the international players as well, in which I've gotten a few emails. I have the connection with former players. Our international players are now back in their home countries coaching, who love to send some of their players over here for 2-3 months, enjoy the great Northwest, and then go back after the soccer season's over. So that's kind of what I'm envisioning right now as far as what the makeup of the team is going to be. Those players right there. And right off the bat, we're looking to be competitive and put out a good quality soccer for you guys. And hopefully we'll accomplish that.
So if you know any players.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Got anything for
Paul has.
Do you know where you're going to play yet?
Well, we've been in discussions with Mackenzie Stadium at Evergreen High School, or Evergreen School District at Mackenzie. Mackenzie seats 5,000 to 6,000. It has 2 covered stands. We have a support group that's going to get loud, and we got to make sure they have a good spot. And the other thing is, I spoke at length with the district people at Evergreen. It seems to be a very good match for us. It's centrally located, especially to where the bigger youth clubs are in town. That's a good spot, and it's reasonably priced. Every turf stadium is going to cost some money, but it's for what we'll get out of it, and it'll be a good spot. And Sean and I can attest to this because we've been in that stadium when it was full. It's a really great place to play soccer if you're the home team and the crowd's there. So it gets loud. So Doc Harris gets loud on one side, but the other side isn't covered. But when you get them both going, it's a great place to be a home team. So. And Paul, I'm hoping to make that announcement within the next month or two. After we get the schedule, I'll be able to go sit down with Evergreen and work out a contract. So, are there any other questions? Yes.
In just general, as of late, football in America, no one stays stagnant. You always want to move up. What are your long-term plans for the team?
We're not ruling anything out. Biniam and I have actually had conversations about this already. It's possible to outgrow the league, or it's possible to have the league grow, and then there's always, like you said, room for expansion and contraction and promoting or self-promoting yourself to the next level. Right now, we're very happy that the league has offered us a spot. We're going to be an excellent member of the league. We're going to abide by league guidelines. We're going to be as competitive as we can in the league, and hopefully we'll win the league. And then they'll all shoot to what we're doing here. And we want to win the league on the field, and we want to win the league in attendance. And we think we can do both here. So to answer your question, long-term, we don't have long-term goals along those lines. Our goal is in August of 2014, will we competitive and are we financially viable? And if we're those two things, I'm going to be very happy and we'll be stronger going into next year. So. Any other questions? No? Okay, so.
No questions about what kind of style of football we're going to play or
Formations?
We know your style.
You kind of know what you're doing already.
Okay, Biniam, will you guys throw these on and get it? We'll stand and get a picture for the website when we get it. Dave, thank you for volunteering to build us a website. That was awesome.
Ultra seamless.
So when we get logos,
We'll be right back.
Biniam, when we get our logo finalized, we'll get that on there. We'll get your hat with your logo.
Photoshop.
Obviously, you need the hat too. So who's faster? Biniam's fast, man. Don't let him kid you.
I'm what, 10 years younger, so.
That don't mean anything anymore, right? How many kids you got? You guys laugh this thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to get some scarves to actually match that.
Yeah, we will.
No, wow.
Checking yourself in the mirror. And when it gets rainy and cold, Biniam will have the hood on over the hat. So, all right. There's 2/3 of your staff, guys.
Very good.
One more? Okay. Thank you. All right, well, Biniam, we'll cut you and Filomon loose. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Again?
Yep. If you leave the shirt, we'll get them embroidered and get them back to you soon.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for representing Clark County.
Appreciate it. I'm excited.
Thanks for coming on, man. I am too. There's a great article on you guys.
Yeah, likewise.
Is this the right size or want the small one?
We can go smaller.
Oh, I can. No problem. This good for you? Yeah. Okay. You want smaller too? No, that's good. Okay. Thank you.
What was that? Great to have a supporter group right off the bat, fledgling, right at the beginning. Yeah, you're like this, here they are.
These are the hardcore vendors.
Well, if you want, I'll jump in the beginning. More than
What are the other ones?
Just about. I mean, now that it's season, we need all these things to be hit now.
Good reason to have together. This is neat.
Thanks for coming.
Very good.
They're gonna come on their own and gonna help do camps and stuff, camps, and then we'll put on the post banner.